So today we will discuss about transaction in database. So general transaction being assume you are performing lot of operation through online. Correct? Online, what are the type of operation we will perform? So let us take two example. One is your banking or money transfer, all kind of banking operation. Other one is your e-commerce or your say for example financial stock market எடுத்துப்போம் finance. இப்போ consider GPay account. So what do you do in GPay? You will transfer amount from one account to another, or you will pay bills, or you will use for performing some transfer operation. Correct? Bill pay பண்ணனும்னா you will use GPay. If you want to transfer money from one account to another, you will use GPay. So here you are dealing with transfer or bills, paying bills. So let us take stock market. So what do we check in stock market? Do we transfer money there? You have already bought these stocks. So what do you do there? நம்ம stock வாங்கிக்கிறோம். For example, you have purchased 100 stocks. Every day what do you check?
Stocks ஏறி இருக்கா இறங்கி இருக்கா இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆயிருக்கா
analyze பண்றோம். correct? Whether the stock price has been increased or it has been decreased, you will analyze the stock price. So here you are analyzing. So both are happening online, but you are doing two kind of different things. One is transferring, other one is analyzing. So this is OLTP, online transaction processing, and this kind of thing is called as online analytical processing. Understood? Yes. So we have, when we are discussing about transaction, we have seen about asset properties, right? So what are asset properties? Atomicity, consistency, isolation and durability. So where do you think asset properties are applicable? Is it applicable to OLTP or to OLAP?
OLTP.
Why?
Transaction.
Only this deals with data transfer. This does not deals with values. Values வச்சு இது deal பண்ணாது. Analyze தான் நம்ம பண்றோம். We will not do any modification to this data. Only we will analyze.
Okay.
Correct? Only modification is done here. Say for example, take your report card. So all the marks will be already entered in your report card. So all you can do is you can find the sum of all the subject marks, or you can find the average of all the subject marks. You cannot make any changes in the report card. Correct? Yes, so asset properties cannot be applied there. Whereas if you take Google Transfer account, I mean GPay, amount will be debited from one account and amount will be credited to one account when you are transferring. So their value changes. So only this OLTP operation deals with values. So asset properties can be applied only for OLTP operation, and it cannot be applied for online analytical processing. So what kind of functions can be applied for online analytical? Aggregate function. So what are the aggregate function you have seen? Maximum, minimum, sum, average. All these aggregate functions can be applied for online analytical processing. So if you take same report card as example, if you want to find in which subject you have scored more marks, you can apply maximum aggregate. So in which subject you have scored less mark, you can apply minimum function. If you want to find the total marks, you can use sum. So aggregate function can be applied for online analytical processing. So I'll tell you few example. You tell me if OLTP can be used or OLAP can be used. Understood? So let us take, if you want to book a ticket. So if you want to travel from one place to another, you will use Red Bus for booking the ticket, right? So which one you will apply, OLTP or OLAP?
OLTP.
How it is applied? How it is used?
First we will check the seat map.
First you will check for the availability of seats. If seat is available, you will block. You will book. How do we book? Block பண்ணுவீங்க. Then
Payment option.
Payment. You will go for the payment option. You will pay. Correct? So OLTP is applied. So what do you expect there? வேற யாருக்கும் bookனா incorrect. For example, if Chandru has booked seat number 13. Say for example, if he has booked seat number 13 and he has made the payment. So that Red Bus app has to ensure that this seat number 13 is not allocated to some other person. Correct? So incorrect booking should not be done. Then overbooking should not happen. Only say for example 20 seats are there. So it should not consider booking for 21st person. So overbooking should not be done. So here what asset property is applied?
Consistency.
How consistency is applied here?
26.
No. What is consistency? Generally, what is the meaning of consistency? கன்சிஸ்டண்ட்டாக இருக்கிறதுல கரெக்டாக நடந்துட்டு இருக்கிறது. Of these two, which one do you feel is correct? By means of consistency, we ensure insert, update, and delete are done correctly. So of these two, which one deals with consistency?
டிக்கெட் புக்
Ticket book பண்ணுறது. இப்போ 13ங்கிற சீட் புக் பண்ணியிருக்கானா, it should be allocated to that particular person. It should not be swapped. So this is where consistency is ensured.
Yes, ma'am.
Clear? So let us take one more example. If you want to say if you want to find the budget, இப்போ பேங்க்கில் இல்லை நம்ம இதில் பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்னா இயர்லி பட்ஜெட் போடுவோம். We will put monthly budget or quarterly budget. So there you will apply OLTP or OLAP. OLAP. ஏன் அப்படின்னா பட்ஜெட் you will analyze. ஸோ எவ்வளோ நம்ம இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்ணியிருக்கோம், how many amount is spent அப்படிங்கிறது, எவ்வளோ வந்து மிஸ்செலேனியஸ் ஸ்பெண்ட் ஆயிருக்கு. ஸோ you will analyze பண்ணுறோம். So you do analysis there. So OLAP is performed. Clear? So let us take one more example. You are going to a hospital and you are, say for example, you are diagnosed with some disease and the doctor has asked you to get admitted. ஸோ நம்ம போய் எங்கள் ரூம் புக் பண்ணுவோம் கரெக்டாக. அப்போ வந்து நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுவோம், பேஷண்ட் வாண்ட்ஸ் டு கெட் ரெஜிஸ்டர்ட் இன் தி ஹாஸ்பிட்டல். தேர் how OLTP is applied?
Transaction பண்ணுவோம்.
First how
register பண்றது வந்து
you will give your patient details and you will make the payment. And let us take GPay example. ஜிபேலே பார்த்தோன்னா ஒன் ஐ செட் இஸ் யூ வாண்ட் டு ட்ரான்ஸ்ஃபர் அமௌண்ட். இப்போ இந்த ட்ரான்ஸ்ஃபர்னால் என்ன, எப்படி நடக்கும்? ஒரு அக்கௌண்ட் ஃப்ரம் ஒன் அக்கௌண்ட் amount will be debited whereas to another account it will be credited. So how asset property is applied there? Or atomicity எப்படி அப்ளை ஆகுது?
It should be completed or should be terminated.
எப்படி? How?
பே பண்ணுறோன்னா
இப்போ ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் சந்துரு இஸ் ட்ரான்ஸ்ஃபரிங் 100 rupees to ஸ்ரீஜித். சரியா? ஃப்ரம் சந்துருஸ் அக்கௌண்ட் இட் இஸ் டெபிட்டட். Say for example 100 rupees is not credited to Shrejit. So can we consider transaction as complete? No. Transaction is not completed because it is partially done. So atomicity is not ensured here. So such kind of transaction should not exist. So let us take one more example. You are doing mobile recharge with the help of GPay account. So I'm choosing the plan, 400 rupees plan I'm choosing. சரியா? So I'm wiring 400 rupees to my account. So say for example only 300 rupees has been added to my account. Is it fine? நான் அந்த 300 rupeesக்கு மட்டும் நான் யூஸ் பண்ணிக்குவேன் அப்படின்னு நீங்கள் விட்டுருவீங்களா? நோ. வை? நம்ம கொடுத்த அமௌண்ட் வந்து 400 but correct amount has not been updated. So here consistency is not ensured. Let us take one more example. இங்கே நம்ம டிக்கெட் புக் பண்ணோம் இல்லையா, டிக்கெட் எல்லாம் புக் பண்ணிட்டீங்க. யூ ஹேவ் ரிசர்வ் seat number 13 and say for example you have reserved seat number 20. For example நீ போர்ட் பண்ணுற அன்றைக்கி போகிற. When you are trying to board into the bus, அங்கே bus conductor is telling like our software system broke down, so I cannot cross check your seat, so sorry I cannot let you inside the bus அப்படின்னு சொன்னாங்கன்னா is it correct? அப்போ எப்படி இருக்கணும் அங்கே? ஸோ யார் சைடு ப்ராப்ளம் அங்கே? என்ன பிரச்சனைங்க? வாட் இஸ் த ப்ராப்ளம் தேர்? சிஸ்டம் ஃபெயிலியர். இப்போ சிஸ்டம் ஃபெயிலியர் ஆனாலும் அந்த டேட்டா பேஸ் அப்டேட் ஆன டீட்டெயில்ஸ் தே ஷுட் ஹேவ். ஸோ irrespective of system failure the database should be updated. So that is where durability is applied. Clear? So durability is applied in this case. What is the other property left? Isolation. What is meant by isolation? What is the general meaning of isolation? Generally, what is the meaning of isolation? தனித்தனியாக இருக்கிறது. தனிமைப்படுத்துறது இல்லை, தனித்தனியாக இருக்கிறது. இப்போது ஏன்னு ஒருத்தன் ஒரே ஒரு டேட்டா எடுத்துப்போம். A is doing some operation, B is doing some other operation. So whatever the operations which are done by A should not affect the transaction of B. That is isolation. So more than one person can perform operation at the same time on a given data. On a single data, more than one person can perform an operation. So each transaction should be independent of each other. So one transaction should not affect the other. So this is isolation. Understood? Okay.